This is the 5-Minute Youth Devotional Reading with Alex Sarria.
Faith, belief. February 3rd. I heaven you. 1 Timothy 6:12 says, "Fight the good fight for the true faith. Hold tightly to eternal life." Nowadays, in any given city of the world, it's impossible not to come across poetic graffiti. Unlike drawings or sketches by urban artists, poetic graffiti usually features a phrase of love or motivation. This style first emerged in Monterrey as the brainchild of Mexican poet Armando Alani Pulido and has since then taken over the world. There are really inspiring phrases. I'll mention a few. On a brick wall in El Chaco, Argentina, one can read, "Some words open wounds, others open roads." On wooden planks in Linares, Chile, one can find, "One thing is as inevitable as death, life." On the wall of a chalet in Quito, Ecuador, one will see, "If you think adventure is dangerous, try monotony. It's deadly." On an old house in Versailles, Colombia, one can read, "I didn't know what to wear, so I put on happiness." Though the one I like best has a tag, I don't know who signed it. I just know that the graffiti is very suggestive. I heaven you. Actually, it's an excerpt of a letter written by Frida Kahlo to Carlos Pellicer in 1947. Can verbs be made up? I'll tell you one. I heaven you, so my wings will open wide to love you boundlessly. So heaven would be the verb that, besides loving, would lift us to the brink of heaven. In that sense, true love translates to heaven. What a difference from those romances that covet or blind, that only possess and limit. Jesus heavens us to such an extent that he gave his life for us. He gave himself up for us to live heavenly. And Paul uses a similar expression when he advises Timothy. He asks him to fight like a good soldier, the battle of faith. And in case he hesitates at some point to sustain himself with the hope of eternal life, to Paul, the end point of faith is the beginning of eternity. Faith makes us heaven, or love, in such a way that we rise to the very throne of grace. And this experience brings us so much security that we're compelled to share it. The poems on the walls of half the world remind us that there are many people with ideals who want to love more and better, who yearn for a different planet. It's as if the stones were telling us loud and clear, "Heaven me." So it's time for us to roll up our sleeves and spread eternal life, because there's so much to share. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If this was helpful for you, please share it with a friend. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Always remember this: walking with God is the greatest thing you could ever do. You are his priority. Make him yours, and you will always live out your purpose. God bless.